Why the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is often called the richest church in the world. The claim that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the richest church in the world is a mix of verifiable financial scale, historical practice, institutional structure, and public perception. The truth requires separating documented facts from estimates and popular narratives, and examining how the church builds and manages resources, where those resources are held, and how transparency practices shape outside views. Financial scale and investment reserves. The church has amassed very large investment reserves and assets over decades through member donations, tithing, real estate, and commercial operations. Independent reporting and analysis have estimated investment reserves in the hundreds of billions of dollars and suggested that investment earnings now exceed the church's annual operating costs, leading some analysts to say the church could operate indefinitely from its endowment alone. Primary sources of wealth. 8. Tithing and donations. Regular member tithes and donations form the church's primary income stream used for operations, local buildings, humanitarian work, and capital projects. Investment portfolio. The church invests in equities, bonds, and other financial instruments. Over time, these investments have produced significant earnings and capital growth. Real estate and commercial holdings, temple grounds, meeting houses, welfare facilities, educational institutions, and commercial real estate generate both cultural and economic value. Enterprises and businesses. Historically, the church has owned businesses and agricultural enterprises that contributed to institutional sustainability. Institutional history and financial practices. From its earliest days, the church developed systems to gather, steward, and deploy temporal resources for religious, charitable, and operational needs. Foundational revelations and early practices established mechanisms for consecration, stewardship, and centralized collection and distribution of resources, which evolved into modern tithing systems and administrative finance practices. Transparency, reporting, and legal context. The church does not publish consolidated financial statements in the United States and has not done so publicly at that level since the 1950s, which contributes to both curiosity and speculation about the full extent of its holdings. Where local law requires disclosure, such as in some countries, the church provides financial information that meets legal requirements. The combination of substantial assets plus limited public accounting in major jurisdictions amplifies perceptions of great wealth. How wealth is used and impact. Religious infrastructure, funding construction and maintenance of temples, meeting houses, and church administrative facilities worldwide, humanitarian and welfare programs, large-scale humanitarian aid, disaster relief, food storage and distribution, and employment assistance are supported by these resources. Education and cultural institutions, support for universities, publications, and media projects that advance religious education and outreach. Operational continuity. Investment returns help sustain global programs and reduce immediate reliance on current donations for long-term commitments. Criticisms, misconceptions, and context. The label Richest Church simplifies a complex reality that includes restricted funds, earmarked reserves, and expenditures not visible to the public. Independent estimates and news reporting offer differing valuations. Precise totals are difficult to verify because of limited consolidated disclosures in key jurisdictions. Wealth does not mean private gain for leaders. Institutional assets are managed for organizational purposes, and much of the church's spending is on infrastructure, welfare, and religious work. My fellow Latter-day Saints, please subscribe. It's completely free.